the Mizzle Dub Show, where they know sports. If you wanna know about sports, this is where you go. Welcome to the Mizzle Dub Show, where they know sports. If you wanna know about sports, this is where you go.
First down, touchdown, first down, touchdown, yeah. First down, touchdown, first down, touchdown, yeah. First down, touchdown, first down, touchdown, yeah. First down, touchdown, first down, touchdown, yeah.
Good evening, and let me apologize in advance for sounding like crap. I don't know what happened to me last night, but something hit my body in between celebrating my friend's 30th wedding anniversary and going to see Marlon Wayans live in concert. Which, by the way, Marlon Wayans was very good and funny yesterday. Please go see him live. 53 of the Mizzle and Dub Show is live in full effect. I am Dub, and he is Darth Vader. As you can see, he is using the power of the dark side. So, how are you, my guy?
I'm doing pretty good. Enjoyed some of these football games today. It was very, very interesting. Besides the Rams and the Lions being the best game of them all, and
Well, you kind of
Go ahead.
figured that was going to be the most competitive game out of the out of this first slot, just because of the drama of Stafford coming back into Detroit for the first time, and it didn't disappoint.
Yeah, no, not at all. Well, kind of figured that we were going to get the Lion game right. Did not see the Packers and the Cowboys going that way. It's just like they went totally left field. They didn't bring nothing to the table in this game at all, which was very, very shocking to say the least. But as we always say, the Cowboys are going to Arlington, and that's just exactly what happened. And the gift that keeps on giving, that Stephen A. Smith.
Oh boy, hold on to your seatbelt for first take tomorrow with him and
yes.
Uncle Shannon. That's going to be
Yes.
quite the interesting scenario involving that situation. But first, before anything, let's start with the very first game that took place. CJ Stroud, my goodness, what a performance that young man put together.
Told you.
Well, like I said, I mean, yes, I did pick the Browns, but like I said, it wasn't going to surprise me at all if the Texans did pull out the win. I was not expecting them to put up a 40 burger and put up damn near 50, but
Yeah.
but nonetheless, Joe Flacco was in a giving mood, and I mean the Browns had an early lead. Kareem Hunt found the end zone twice, but CJ Stroud to Nico Collins connection was live and in full effect, as the Texans will now await to see where they will go for next week. They don't know if they're going to go to Kansas City or Baltimore, depending on what happens tomorrow with the Bills
Well, we already
and
got
the Steelers.
2 games set. You guys are playing the 5 o'clock slot on Saturday, January 20th. So that's already been set in stone.
Yes, that has, and we know that the Detroit Lions will at least get one more home playoff game with their win today over the Rams. They will be hosting the winner of the Buccaneers and the Eagles, so that will be also guaranteed and set in stone.
Are we headed for a potential Niner Lions NFC Championship game? Wow. Wow.
Well, considering that the Lions have not been to the NFC Championship game since 1991, which happened to be the last time the Washington Commanders, then known as the Redskins, and shout out to my good friend Darren Duncan for chiming in. Of course, him and the Vikings, Scott McCorkle, celebrating that as they are big Lions fans. If Jordan Love plays like that in Santa Clara on Saturday and the Niners don't respond, it very well could be.
Mhm.
But anyhow, back to the Texans and Browns. C.J. Stroud, 16 of 21, 274, three TDs. Nico Collins, 6 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown. And like I said, Joe Flacco was in a giving mood. He threw 2 pick-sixes. Devin Singletary
Yeah.
ran for 66 yards. He found the end zone. Breven Jordan had 1 catch for 76 yards. He found the end zone. Dalton Schultz was butt naked wide open. He caught 1 for 37 yards. That found the end zone as
Ooh.
as
Oh,
Ravens and Texans.
yeah.
CJ Stroud versus Lamar. Uh, that would
Hey,
be quite the interesting match.
yes.
Which, which I mean, yesterday, really not much to say in Kansas City. It was cold, 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 and cold again. But the Chiefs, um, not perfect. They found a way to get the job done with the Dolphins. 26-7. Mahomes throws for 262 and a touchdown. Pacheco ran for 24 yards. 24 carries, 89 yards, and Rice catches 8 for $130 and a TD. So the Chiefs now know that they will perhaps host another playoff game, or will go on the road, depending on what happens with the Bills and the Steelers, which was postponed until Monday night. I know you don't have many thoughts on the Chiefs and the Dolphins. Just go ahead and give me your 2 cents.
Um, yeah, the Dolphins did bring their A game, which everybody speculated because they were going to be playing in cold weather. Just besides that one touchdown that Tyreek Hill had, it just looked like they were depleted. Like the Chiefs had a better game plan. And it's kind of odd to see
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel's offense look that way because they had pretty much all their stars there. I thought A-Chain or Mostert. Well, Mostert didn't play, right? It was just A-Chain? Or did Mostert play? I can't remember.
Correct. He did not play. No, he did not. He didn't
Okay.
play. No, yes, he did. He did. He had 4 yards, but it really
Okay,
was
so
not
I
a
thought they
factor at
picked a
all.
better running
Tyreek
game.
Hill had 5 catches for 62 yards and just the 1 touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, both Mostert and A-Chain, they both played. They just were not a factor.
Yeah, I thought they would have been more effective in this game
So
with
there
given
goes.
weather.
Yeah, but there goes that situation. But the Dolphins. The Dolphins had a chance. They were at one time the number 1 seed in the AFC, but they blew their chance when they blew that game against the Titans back on Monday night. So that matchup, in a sense, cost them the number 1 seed. And then when they played the Ravens just marched up and down the field and put up a 56 burger on them, and thus there you go. But nonetheless, Chiefs advance, and we will soon find out what they will be as they will await on the game between the Steelers and the Bills. And I'm pretty sure Bills Mafia was still out there in the blizzard, going through tables, laying down some plunder because Bills Mafia does not care. Cleophas, love you too. And thank you for
Well,
chiming in.
did you see
Go
the
ahead.
video when they were shoveling snow that the one Bills fan was shirtless, just shoveling snow with his body? No shirt on.
Uh,
Ridiculous. I
no,
don't know how to do that.
no.
Yeah.
And
I
they
don't
were
know how
getting
they
paid 20 and they were getting paid $20 an hour to do that. I'm sorry.
That's still not enough money. You have to give me $100.
I'm not I'm not going any doggone where. That's just no, 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 no. Can't do that. Can't do it. That's just my take on it. And now we head to today. And oh boy, it is very quiet in
Yeah.
North Texas tonight. Nobody, and I guarantee you, nobody, not even the most diehard of Green Bay Packer fans, and I'm sure not even Dwayne Michael Carter Jr. was seeing this coming as the
And he was there
Green
too.
Bay Packers. Yeah, I'm sure he was. The Green Bay Packers put up a 40 burger. Almost put up 50 as they thrash the Cowboys 48-32, and the score does not tell the story because I mean, you want to talk about flat. The Cowboys came out flat.
Like you're the one person
And I
that I
mean,
haven't touched.
in this era. And joining us on the show is our good friend, Mr. Brian Sullivan. B, welcome. I know you're at work, so you want to chime in with your 2 cents, so go ahead and take the floor.
You already know. You already know. Allow me to get my Stephen A on. They are who we thought they were. Hi guys, how you doing?
Doing pretty
I'm
good.
playing hurt, but I'm all right.
I'm doing fantastic today. Cowgirls, lambs, both at home on the couch. I love it.
Oh yeah, this is very true.
Yeah, but the Niner fans better hold their horses because
I would rather, and I'm actually more worried about Green Bay than I would be Dallas or Tampa or anybody else that we might have seen.
Okay,
So
okay, because I'm about to.
I'm so glad you said that.
You know me. Yeah, I'm a realist.
Yeah, of course. But I'm just glad. It's good to see that some Niner fans can come out and admit
But
that.
at the end of the day, though, any real Niner, any real fan, period, who wants the easy street? Give it to us. Give us
You'd be
everything
surprised.
the league has. Give me your best. I'll give you a winner.
Well, as I always say, or as we always say on the show, we want to beat you at your best.
Yep.
So there will be no excuses because you had your roster. We have our roster. Both teams are 100%. Let's see who the better team is.
Exactly.
But, I mean,
no excuses. Nothing.
Who now who would have thought this at the beginning of the season? Who would have thought that Aaron Rodgers' season would have been 4 snaps and Jordan Love would have taken his team to the playoffs?
Right.
Go into Arlington, Texas, and break the heart of Cowboy fans. He was 16 of 21 for 272 and 3 touchdowns. But the big key today was the run game and Aaron Jones.
Aaron
Jones was
motherfucking
spectacular.
Put the
today. He
motherfucking
had
on his
holes.
name.
It was just Aaron Jones. No run game. It was just
had
him.
Holes to run through. Well, 21 carries, $118, 3 touchdowns, and averaging 5.6 yards a carry. That was their name. And I'll tell you one thing.
That is a first down every second carry.
Yeah, and Dobbs was just wide open. Now I don't know how they was not keeping the man on him at all.
Well, because they were so worried. Well, they were so worried about Jaden Reed to where they did the job on Jaden Reed. But as you said,
I don't care what nobody say that man got butterfingers. So I don't know why they were too worried about him. I guess maybe because he's a deep threat. But that man, he can't catch a cold half the time.
Yeah, it was bad.
You're not wrong. But however, Dobbs and Musgrave were wide open.
Facts, Mr. Duncan. Facts.
Yeah, I mean, two teams remained in the NFC North in the playoffs, which is hard to fathom. But again, and now here comes the ultimate question. And B kind of mentioned this when I asked this question. Do you really think Jerry Jones would go after the hoodie? Do you really think that would be?
Well,
do you really think that would be a possibility?
He doesn't have a lot of options, and that would be his best. But if I'm Bill Belichick,
really,
I mean, what you said about Jerry Skeleton giving up control is true. I don't know if he would, but he needs to because he obviously can't put a winner on the field.
So
but they need to hire an independent GM. Let Bill coach because Bill would take what they have and it would be a problem. I would actually be worried.
So their defense, but you wouldn't worry about their offense though. because he needs
Well,
a
the
quarterback.
defense will be stellar
Dak
because it
seems
is
like
good.
Dak ain't it. Dak
You're
ain't
gonna have
it,
to get rid of Dak if you want to win a chip.
and well, he ain't got Tom Brady.
True, but Dak ain't gonna be the one. Dakota needs to go too.
Well, yeah, well,
He can go to North Dakota, South Dakota, Mid Dakota. I don't care. He needs to go. Just go.
Those 2 interceptions are all on
Are you
him.
talking about Trey Lance?
Oh yeah. Hey, no, what they need. I love how Cowboy fans were calling for Trey Lance at halftime.
It wouldn't have got any better.
No, it wouldn't have. It would have been worse. But it's hilarious to me. Even the fan base doesn't have faith in their team. That's why right now they're dismissive. Oh, we expected it.
Well,
You're still a fan of, and you expected this.
Yeah, well, Mr. Duncan, if he is so amazing, why are they not winning in the playoffs? They're a regular season team, but he just disappears in the playoffs. So yeah, you can say he's an amazing regular season quarterback, but when it comes down to when it counts, he doesn't show up. So, like I said, those 2 picks were on him. And the chemistry that him and CeeDee Lamb supposedly had, where was that?
Oh, yeah. Well, we've seen where that was. They were arguing the whole game. And they've been arguing for a couple of weeks.
Okay. Mike McCarthy calls the plays, but the players got to execute. I'm tired of people blaming these coaches. The players got to go out there and execute the play call. If they're not executing the play call, the coach gets blamed.
Right.
So Mike McCarthy threw those interceptions? No. Mike McCarthy did the play, but Dakota did not execute the play. So let's stop with the Mike McCarthy and these coaches. Yeah, Mike McCarthy may not be a top coach, but all he does is call the plays. Players execute. The players win the game. The coaches call the calls. And I don't disagree with you. I do not disagree with you on that. I think he should have been fired last year.
He did. You can't even give him credit for that Super Bowl. That was Aaron.
That was Aaron Rodgers.
That was Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron and
Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson.
Yes.
Thank you. The incomparable Charles Woodson.
Charles Woodson get hurt in the first quarter?
And a little help by Donald Driver.
Exactly.
In the Super Bowl, yes, he did.
So you can't say it was Charles Woodson.
And Greg Jennings.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Well, he helped them get there for sure.
Oh, yeah. No, they don't even get there. And why doesn't he get any fucking credit?
Yes, Dak balled out in the second half. It's garbage time. They got mad
against the second string secondary. Absolutely, he did.
He balled out in the second half. Yes.
Hey, I'm happy. He covered my spread. I won a couple dollars, so I'm happy.
Hell, any backup quarterback could have got garbage numbers. The Packers have already put them away, so they were relaxing. And you see, they pulled out their starters until Dakota started to play better, and then they put back in the starters. So, he balled out in the second half in garbage time. I'll say that. All right, Deb, run it.
Well. Nevertheless, they are gonna.
Good job, Marco.
They are gonna perhaps. Just seeing the way Jerry Jones looked, leaving his press box, going to take his interview as he normally does. Look. You 3 consecutive seasons, you've won 12 games, but yet you lay an egg in the playoffs. This is twice you have lost to Green Bay. This is twice you've lost to Green Bay in the playoffs. No, 3 times you've lost to Green Bay in the playoffs. One, be it controversial, because I still say to this day, Dez caught the ball, but what do I know?
Did he score?
But he did not. No. But it's just, if you're the Cowboys, what's the next step? Because, like I said, I really don't see, and I'm being very truthful about this. I really don't see how Jerry Jones's ego and Bill Belichick's ego can mesh. I truthfully don't, because Bill Belichick on one end has to, or wants to so badly win one with without Tom Brady to solidify himself as some people call him the GOAT when it comes to coach. I don't personally, but Bill Belichick so
No,
bad
that's Bill Walsh.
wants to win without Brady so bad. Well, he never lost in the big game, and never lost when it counted. But that's another story for
I'm about to
another
say,
day.
yeah, his record's
But
pretty clean.
because I'll say like this: if Jerry Jones wouldn't give Bill Parcells control of roster, and we all know that Bill Parcells is a Hall of Fame coach, and that's one of the reasons why Bill Parcells left the Cowboys was because he was tired of dealing with Jerry. Now, I do agree, Jerry and Stephen Jones need to just get out of the football side because
Run the money. That's it.
when it
Sign the
comes
checks.
when it comes to getting sponsors, nobody is better than Jerry Jones. You have to give him
Sure.
credit where credit is due. When it
Right.
comes to sponsorships, nobody's better than Jerry Jones. From a
Hell, why
business
you think my
standpoint,
Raiders are in Vegas?
nobody. Yes, you are correct. He did say he would no longer be the GM in New England, but Robert Kraft had enough. Simply because Belichick.
Who said something was wrong with the Cowboys?
No, we didn't say no.
I
we
just
don't know.
say Dak, coach got to go.
A lot's wrong with the
There's
roster.
nothing wrong
They
with the
can't
roster.
win the game that matters.
Well,
somebody's got to take the blame, and it can't be just the coaches. Although they do bear their own brunt.
But I still say players got to execute.
Hey, some people got a clutch gene, some people don't. That's just the bottom line. And Dak has shown over and over and over that he crumbles under that type of pressure. And until he pulls off a game or two, you can't give him anything. It's the same with Derek Carr. Great quarterback. Love him. Good arm. Smart guy. Good leader. Sucks in the playoffs. Sucks when it matters. It doesn't matter.
Well,
we're not saying that the Cowboys have a crap roster.
Great clutch shooter in a mid-season game that nobody gives a shit about. Put him in the playoffs and he goes 0 for 30.
Just like James Harden.
Some people got it, some don't.
Well, I'll say this.
That's a funny analogy, Derek. That is funny. That is funny. And if I could fully laugh like I want to laugh, I would laugh.
I would not call Mike McCarthy hot by any standard, by any sense of the word.
No, but damn it, that is a great analogy.
That was hilarious. Really, it's true, though. It's true.
That really.
You take him to the dance, and he can't dance.
Yeah. You're not.
He can't walk
wrong.
in heels. That's the problem.
That too. Anyhow, let's get to the last game we just saw, which was the most competitive game of the evening, as Mr. Duncan, beloved Detroit Lions, get to host another playoff game at home.
He's a Lions fan.
Matthew Stafford.
Great.
Yes, he is.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Duncan.
Yes.
24-23, the final score.
That's facts.
She gets white girl wasted in 5 minutes. You're stupid. Anyhow, if you haven't learned now, for those that have not seen the Lions all year long, the Lions
last year
have one of the the Lions have one of the best offensive lines.
Or actually, all three of us called it last year.
Well, like I said, we've been ever since the beginning of the show happened. We kept the minute Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell got together. We have been preaching on the show. The Lions are coming. Watch out for the Detroit Lions. We kept saying that.
Absolutely.
We kept saying that. We kept saying that. The Lions have one of the best offensive lines in football. Even though Jared Goff was as efficient as you can be. He was 22 of 27 for 277. Throws a touchdown. David Montgomery ran 14 times for 57 yards. Gibbs, I think, carries for 25 yards. But Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's just a football player.
Yes, he is.
Just
100%.
Josh,
have a good night, guys.
he had 7 catches for a $110. Sam Laporte got the touchdown pass.
Charles away.
Well, I mean, it is that way. Stafford threw for 367, 2 touchdowns, interception, but the Lions defense did enough to hold the Rams to just 6 points in the second half and got the win by 1, 24-23. Both teams were not very good on third down. They were both 3 for 9, but you're right. He does not get his due. And plus, like I said, his story is amazing because I'm just saying his story is amazing because he kept saying about how he wrote down every single wide receiver that was drafted before him.
Yeah, he knows them by heart.
And now he has been on a mission ever since that, and he is becoming one of the top receivers in football for sure.
Absolutely.
So the Rams, their season ends at 10-7 and a loss in the wild card round. The Lions will await the winner of the Buccaneers and the Eagles.
So the Buccaneers,
playoffs.
Let's stop playing. Let's stop playing around. The Eagles, their soul has left.
Yeah.
And I hate to say, but their soul resides in Santa Clara at the moment. We'll give it back after the season. You took our quarterback last year. We're going to take your whole life.
Well,
I don't even see him getting out of this game. I already picked the Buccaneers to win, so.
The Buccaneers are galvanized.
They have no AJ Brown, so that goes to tell you what's
Yeah.
They feel like they should win.
They are united behind
Baker.
Well, they are united playing behind Todd Bowles.
Oh,
agreed.
Yeah. But the way they're embracing Baker is it's dope. I like it. I mean, I don't really like Baker, but
yeah, it's good for him though.
I love how the team has got behind. They all got this like us against the world mentality, backed in a corner.
Yeah.
Which is how he's pretty much played his career, which I can appreciate. He's the guy that's not supposed to do it and is finding a way to do it.
Correct. What
he showed us last year with the Rams, right? Like coming in 2 days fucking and then just went crazy.
Yeah.
So good for him. He's gonna choke when it really matters, but I think they beat Philly.
Well, yeah. Philly just came into the playoffs wrong time to catch the Super Bowl hangover.
Right.
So
right.
For them to be playing like this, I definitely don't see them playing any better. Plus, Jalen Hurts is not 110%.
Right. Well, that's the thing. They're all hurt. Kelsey's hurt. Yeah, Smith is hurt. Brown's hurt. They're all feeling it. I mean, yeah, football players are always hurt this time.
Well, AJ Brown will not be playing in this game.
There you go. Yep. And that's your main guy, right?
Out for tomorrow's game.
And which hand is that middle finger?
He is.
The throwing hand.
The throwing hand, correct? Yeah. I mean, Philly pretty much is now going to have to try to do what we had to try to do last year and just run the ball to win a game. That's not going to work.
Well, because they're going to get Jalen Hurts baptized if they continue to try to run him.
Winfield's probably going to have 2 picks. Hurts is going to try to force it, and he's going to be playing center field waiting for it.
Don't deny that.
Well, here lies the question. If you see that Hurts does not have it, do you go to Marcus Mariota? Because, I mean, I know you're obvious to win the playoffs, but, I mean, if
Hey, the bad part is they're both still in playing shape. Maybe they should give them a call.
Facts.
Shit, I wouldn't be mad. I'd actually be worried at that point.
And that and that's also facts too, Derek. They do not feature DeAndre Swift enough. They do not. They do not at all.
See now,
they went and got him for no reason.
No, that's a Kyle Shanahan move. Swift was getting off in the middle of the year, and he just stopped using them.
Hey, don't bring us into this.
All right, just proving the fact here, fucker.
Okay, but yeah, fact, the proof is there. Now shut the hell up. I don't hear that bullshit. Where are you sitting? Where are you sitting? On the couch? Yeah, stay there. Shut.
Hey, this is my damn show, and I can say what the hell I want. If you don't like it, click that in button.
Nah, I'd rather get on your nerves.
Yeah, you ain't getting on my nerves. I'm just going to continue to prove a point. Your coach goes away for what works, and
No,
that's
that's a fact. I mean, proof is in the pudding. Watch the tape, right?
Indeed. So I ain't got to say much.
Hopefully, he's not one of the. Where I'm just banking that he's not one of those that stays in that fucking mind frame. And like, why have all these running backs? I don't care.
Yeah.
You could. They could go to the bottom running back on the fucking practice squad, and he's going to get off for 100 yards.
Yep.
Run the ball.
Yep.
You got 6 players that don't play running back that can run the ball. Run the fucking ball.
Facts. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you, Crap.
I'll just say like
thank
this.
you, Hammer. Shut the fuck up. We're not talking to you. Just make sure your team does their job tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm on your ass.
Well, like I said, the Miami Dolphins won a Super Bowl game where Bob Greasy only threw 7 passes.
Oh, did you want to bring up Miami now? I know you guys touched on this last night, but do we want to talk about that one? You know, I'm the guy that's from Miami. I'd love to say what I got to say about that one. Dolphins don't swim in ice.
Well, go ahead and say what you got to say.
Dolphins don't swim in ice.
That is true. They don't. But killer whales do.
Since 60 whatever, they can't win a game in fucking cold weather.
This is true too.
They might as well go ahead and get a dome and put an air conditioner in that motherfucker so they can get used to it. I'd have snow machines blowing in that bitch. I would make sure that they are used to that shit. I promise you.
But wait, some of their players from from college, they should have played in some kind of snow game.
No. You go to Miami, get too used to that fucking beautiful weather and them bitches, and it goes south after that.
That's 110% there. I can't disagree with that statement there. I won't do it.
You're
there he is, Doogie.
Joining us as always. He's been begging to come on the show because he finally has some time. Friend / brother of the program, Mr. Steve Dugan, is in the house. Doogie, how are you, my friend?
I ain't gonna lie. Part of it,
He's
it
good.
was a good day.
How about them Cowboys?
Okay, now hold on. Before we get back to football, now that Steve is in here, I've been dying to talk about this subject since it happened because, Steve, we know that you bleed red and black. Never in a day to where I thought I would see a former player stick up for a GM that people did not like. But this past weekend, oddly enough, it was against the Warriors, and it was an extra game the Warriors won. But the Bulls had a Ring of Honor ceremony, and unfortunately, Thelma Krause was receiving her late husband's honor of being in the Ring of Honor. And, of course, the Bulls fans obviously have not forgotten what he has said and what MJ has said. Now, again, Steve, you bleed red and black of the Bulls. You're a diehard Bulls fan. I'm going to let you take the floor on this one.
All right, let's first start with this. I didn't know we needed to have a Ring of Honor when you got retired jerseys. I thought you either did retired jersey or Ring of Honors, but hey, okay, Chicago, you're doing both. So, all right. We were kind of in our mid-20s, younger age, when the Bulls were dominating everything else. And I understand, as an older person, what Jerry Krause was trying to say, that organizations win championships. Yes, you do need the right GM, you need the right owner to pay the money and pick the right players and everything else. But no matter what, you need the players to execute. So Jerry Krause, I'm sorry to say, you're never gonna live that down because no, it is not organizations to help set it up. You need the players. And the truth is, for whatever reason, Krause, you were big headed and everything else. You thought you were the mastermind of this. And instead of, well, we know he would have paid Jordan anything, but you didn't want to give Phil Jackson the credit. You, for some reason, didn't want to pay Scotty that money. Didn't everything you thought you were above this? Hey, I just need Michael Jordan, this and that. And since then, the Chicago Bulls have not won a championship. Now you have had a chance where we have the Derrick Rose area, but I don't think Krause, you were around for that. And we even seen that doesn't work out. So yes, organizations help put things in place, but
Players make it
ultimately
happen.
it's the players and in some cases the coach to get those players to do everything. So
And in
Jerry
that
Krause,
case,
yes,
both.
as Chicago fans, we appreciate what you did. We understand that yes, you set up the mind frame and everything in a part where before the salary cap really kicked in. But no, let's be real, especially in the NBA, you need players.
Wait a minute.
And
I'm a
in
Laker fan. I
it,
don't agree to that.
Brian, you're feeling this already. Anyway, in the NBA, you need
I
players.
was referring to the
And
big man.
Michael Jordan told you that. Scottie Pippen kind of told you that. Scottie, as much as I love him and everything, realized, oh, I don't need Michael to do everything. Yeah, you migraine ass motherfucker, you needed Michael Jordan, and we all saw your damn foot. But Michael, come back and everything. Yeah, players in the NBA
Well, somebody had to
win
say it, damn it.
10 championships. And as a secondary Laker fan, I love it too. You had Shaq and Kobe. When you had to choose between Shaq and Kobe, you chose Kobe. And it took Kobe a minute to
Okay,
realize,
that's true. I agree, Derek.
oh shit, I need Shaq more than I thought I did. Because all of a sudden, when he got Andrew Bynum on that damn team, he was like, oh shit, I see what Shaq was like. But when I got Paul Gasol, oh, I see what a damn big man really is. Yeah, Kobe, because remember, Shaq already knew, Kobe, you great. I seen what Penny was. Penny was just injured. But when I got my ass with D Wade, I won that ring. Tell me how my ass tastes. Now, Kobe, you got to say some shit afterwards because you got Paul Gasol, and like, tell me how my ass tastes. But guess what, Kobe? You didn't get to say that shit until you got Paul Gasol in there because you realized how much of a big man Shaq was. Now we get it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Shaq fan. I'm more of a Shaq fan than a Laker fan, and I get it. Shaq was overweight. Shaq made some mistakes. He's awful, but Shaq was that dominant piece that you need. In the NBA, you need the players. We can look at the NBA right now. So Jerry Krause, I get it. You put some people together. You put things around it. But when you got, in my personal opinion, the GOAT, and you put the right pieces in place, then you win. Because soon as you didn't have that GOAT no more, let's see, you put your hands in Tony Kuchar's place, and they went 15 and whatever. Steve Kerr went on and moved over to Tim Duncan, got another ring. Luka, we haven't heard his ass since he came back. Nobody did shit after Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and everybody else won that 6 ring. And yes, that just means having players. That's the NBA. So I appreciate the Ring of Honor. I don't know why we had a Ring of Honors when we got all the jerseys, but if we want to acknowledge teams and all our other past Bulls players, great, cool. We understand the 72 win team. That even, sorry guys, as Warrior, I know we got some Warrior fans. That team is even more special because you see what happens when you are 72 and win a ring and 73 and 9 and no ring. You're still looked at as 72 and 10 as the best team ever. I understand why we put him in. It's great.
Well,
It sells some tickets, sells some jerseys, whatever it was. We had the Ring of Honor. We have the jersey wrapped up. I've never seen a place that has a Ring of Honor and jersey at the same time. But hey, whatever you want to do to sell some tickets, get some people in there, it is what it is. Sorry, I'm on the field. I told y'all I've been drinking.
Well, on that note, I'm gonna get my ass back to work. I might chime in a little bit later.
Thanks for stopping by, brother.
Thank you, B. Appreciate you.
Anytime, guys. Appreciate you. Keep
Of
up,
course.
God's work.
Right on.
Big B out.
How about
Thank
them
you, good sir.
Cowboys?
Thank you, good sir.
How about them Cowboys?
So
Cold-blooded.
well, here we go. Back to the Cowboy situation. But Steve, now that you're here, so once again it's the Green Bay Packers facing them for the 5th time in the playoffs since 2012. Packers coming in playing with a lot of confidence. Jordan Love playing with a lot of confidence. So I'm hoping the rest of the Niner faithful kind of calm down because remember, these are the Packers that many moons ago used to punch us in the mouth and beat us.
Dub, let's be real, and we're going to take our fandom off a little bit. Do you think we're going to run a Russian attack to do that to us? Granted, I know we've had some tackling issues, but I was watching the game with the neighbor, and as much as Dallas was, hey, you could score touchdowns all day long, but if you ain't stopping Green Bay from going down the field, which it'd be 3, 4, 5 drives and they're scoring touchdowns, I know we've had some tackling issues, but you ain't running on us like that.
You would think they shouldn't, but this is any given Sunday. Okay, now, yes, having Eric Armstead back in the middle to help plug up that running game with Javon Hargraves should help. But understand, just as much as Shanahan knows LaFleur, LaFleur knows Shanahan. People keep forgetting that. And don't sit there and tell me you don't think that LaFleur wants to stick it to Kyle because Kyle has already stuck it to him twice in the playoffs.
Sean Montgomery knows us as well too, and except for one NFC Championship game and a game that we just kind of threw by the wayside because nobody played for anything. Over in the Rams, how many times have we beaten them? Except for that one NFC Championship game.
But again, that one got them to a Super Bowl and they won it. I don't care how many times they beat them in the regular season. When they needed to beat them that one time, the 49ers did not get it done. And truth be told, we got lucky even to get there in the first place because we was playing like crap in Green Bay and got lucky that we got a block punt and Hufanga just happened to find the football and get in the end zone. Okay. Do I want my team to win? Yes, I do. But what I'm saying is if you're the 49ers, if you're Kyle Shanahan, and if you're freaking Steve Wilkes, you have better been paying attention to what you saw in Arlington, Texas. Because I will tell you this right now. If you do not get pressure on Jordan Love, you will get threaded just like Kirk Cousins did to us on Monday Night Football. And I'm so serious. If you do not get pressure on Jordan Love will thrash us like he did today against the Cowboys.
I'll put it like this. Hey, Dallas has Michael Parsons, one edge rusher. We got 2. But you're right, Dup. I'm going to agree with you. I understand. And I will put it like this. Hey, Steve Wilkes, you ready for that next head coaching job? This is the game that shows, even though you did interviews and everything, this is the game that will show you ready to be a head coach. Even though it shouldn't be your fault, you should be a head coach before. This is a game that shows you should be the head coach. I will put that in there. It's time to show what you have learned 1 year with the Niners with that defense. You got Bosa, you got Chase Young, you got Armstead trying to just doing some double plots and everything. This is a game where it's like, all right, let's show what we do. Hey, Wilkes, you improved our secondary. You've been knowing I've been asking for 4 or 5 years. What the hell we doing our secondary? What the hell we doing our secondary? This is like maybe this year, maybe last year. I haven't said too much about our secondary because that's always been our weak link. And because Wilkes is known to be more of that secondary person, he shored that up. He did all that because he's like, hey, your front line, your linebackers, I ain't got to touch. Y'all got damn play. Let me help this secondary. So this is the time. Let's make Jordan Love look like a rookie again, that he doesn't know anything, and let's just take care of business. I'm talking a lot of smack, but I'm a Niner fan. I'm biased, and I've been drinking.
We kind of figured that. He been drinking.
I've been drinking. I've been drinking, but I'm still a Niner fan. I can be a open minded when I need to.
Yes, yes, you can. So getting into tomorrow's games, two games. The first game is at 1:30 p.m. that you can catch on CBS in Orchard Park, New York, as the Orchard Park Bills take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Obviously, the Bills. And the Steelers. How do we see this matchup coming into fruition?
You know what? It's Mike Thomason, so I don't want to put anything past him. But the Bills should win this game, as long as Josh Allen don't become Brent Favre. Um, but this should be Buffalo's game. But I give Mike Thompson. He gonna coach him up. So Buffalo 7, 10 points, whatever. That's what it should be. But you never know when it comes to Josh Allen.
Well, the Bills are -10, and the over/under is 38 and a
At home,
half. The game in Orchard Park, New York. Yes.
-10.
The game time Tim is supposed to be. The spread is -10 for the Bills. Yes, that's the line.
And they're
And the
the
game
home
time temp is
underdog.
supposed to be. No. The Bills
Oh,
are
the Bills
-10. I'm
Oh, I got. Oh, okay, that's better. Yeah, I got it better. Okay, I was like, wait a second. I was thinking. Okay, got it.
yeah.
Okay, so Buffalo. Yeah.
I was reading. I was reading the line. Bills are -10. Over under is 30 and a half. The game time temp is supposed to be 17 degrees in Orchard Park, New York. So if you're the Steelers, and by the way, our good friend from the All Podrafos, Country K, Kawante Foster, has joined us. I know K is getting ready to cheer his beloved Buccaneers on tomorrow on Monday night. As always, we always appreciate you coming on and giving us your feedback. How do you see Bills Steelers in Orchard Park in the blizzarding snow in Western New York?
Josh Allen chokes the game away. Guaranteed.
right to the point.
Whoa.
Right to
Can't
the
be mad-
And
can't be mad
Derek
at that. Josh Allen
and
and Josh Allen.
K, that comments for you from Derek Duncan. That's directed at you.
I get out of rehab on the 31st. I'm going to PT, so I guess anything after the 31st, but the fall brawl will be over at that time, I feel like, right? It'll be over by that time. So I'm not sure. We'll figure it
they
out.
heard it.
We'll figure it out, Derek.
So why do you think Josh? I was saying, why do you think the Bills might or why Josh Allen might choke the game away? Why do you think that?
They've had, well, at least to me, they haven't had an impressive game this season. That's why I fired their Ken Dorsey. Because they really didn't have anything going on. They fired the offensive coordinator, and we're thinking that they're going to go win a Super Bowl or important games. I highly doubt that.
Yeah.
So Josh with a substitute OC, and he hasn't shown much promise in these big moments. And Steve, I feel like you called the wrong Packer earlier. You said Brett Favre. You should have said Aaron Rodgers.
Nah, I'm sorry. Brent Favre thrown more interceptions than Aaron Rodgers. You got to remember, Brent Favre was good to give you at least one interception, trying to thread the needle and everything. Aaron Rodgers,
I
to his
agree.
credit, didn't do it that much. You remember late 90s Brent Favre, the late 90s Brent Favre. As Niner fans, we had to deal with him. He was good to give you at least one interception, almost a pick six, almost anytime.
I mean, you're preaching to the choir. The Packers used to be in the Bucks division. We were rivals. You preaching to the choir. So I hear you, but Aaron Rodgers for sure choke a season off. Brett will give you a
Oh,
pick. Aaron Rodgers will choke the season off.
oh well, yeah. Well, Aaron Rodgers didn't know what to do. Look, he let Kaepernick run all over them, and people still mad that the Niners just won that game by a running game. And they were like, Cap only threw 7 passes. Aaron Rodgers, what do you do? Well, when you run the ball and you can run against their defense, that's all we needed to do. But that's a whole nother story for another day. Like I said, Brent Favre is good to throw some interceptions. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, but Brent, he was good to give you at least one or two interceptions.
That's true. He also stole money from the state of Mississippi. Just want to remind you.
Yeah, yeah, and well, he stole money from New York, Minnesota, Green Bay. He earned his money. I shouldn't say he stole money from Green Bay or Minnesota. He did well with Minnesota. He stole money from New York, but hey, his protege Aaron Rodgers is doing the same thing right now.
And his whole team is in the playoffs, and the Jets are not. Go figure. All right.
Hmm.
Kawante's beloved Buccaneers on Monday night, playing a very much depleted Eagles team. Again, no A.J. Brown. Jalen Hurts, of course, battling them his middle finger on his throwing hand. Kay, what's the status of Baker? I know he got some knickknacks, but what's the latest status on him?
It was just ribs. Everything else is pretty fine. People been saying questionable and stuff like that. It was just maintenance. All that stuff like today was maintenance. You know what I mean? Him not practicing, doing all that other jazz, and getting that questionable login. That was just maintenance. Nothing crazy, nothing special. He's fine. I mean,
All
at the
right.
end
Well,
of
all right.
at the end of the day, if Kyle Trask does have to play, I'm still not worried.
Well, this is a rematch from September the 25th, where the Eagles won 25-11. But obviously, both teams are playing different. As Mizzle has said more than once, the Super Bowl hangover has hit the Eagles at the wrong specific time. And Mizzle, along myself, have the Buccaneers winning this game. I do see a
Indeed.
big game from the birthday boy, Rashad White. And I see Mike Evans doing Mike Evans things. From your perspective, Kay, what does Tampa Bay have to do to get another game in? To which the winner of this game will head to Detroit to take on the Lions. What's your thoughts on that?
Everything's been playing out exactly how I want. Like I wanted one of the underdogs in the NFC to win, and go Pack, go, right? Um, so one of the guys did win. So I'm looking forward to winning this game and then going on to Detroit. But to answer your question, I feel like Cade Otton has to be like a major player in this game. Like it can't be the normal
I
faces
agree. I agree.
game. Like we need other guys like Cade Otton, Devin Thompson, like Moore, or like what's some other guy name? Smaller guys, returner. God dang it, I forgot his name. Either way, we need all of our other guys to be involved and not just hold it up to Mike and Chris and Rashad.
What's up, gentlemen?
Good evening.
Hammer, how are you,
Good evening.
sir? How are you,
I'm
Hammer?
good. I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
All right. Same question. Same question to Kay. For you, Hammer, how do your beloved Buccaneers advance to go to Detroit next week in the divisional round?
That's a good question. I could tell you, everybody has to show up. Everyone. The last time we played the Eagles, Mike Evans dropped crucial catches. It's in the film. You can see it. Everything that he dropped was crucial on every down that he dropped those passes. He probably made that one hander that was great. You know what I mean? That made everybody go, oh snap! But we still lost the game. Todd Bowles, he has to get away from this whole man coverage. I can't stress this enough. The last time I was on the show,
Thank God.
he has to get away from man coverage. We are not fast with man coverage. We are built as a zone defense. That's what our players are made for. Hence Tampa 2. That's what we're good for. Now, to me, Carlton Davis, he's mediocre at best.
Oh, hey, bro, Hammer is hitting today, boy. You preaching. Hey, pass the plate around.
You know, he doesn't do much. I don't even know why we re-signed. It is what it is. We didn't make no trades. We didn't do none of that. So we're here now. You know what I mean? We barely squeaked by to be in fourth place. But a lot of people forget that Panthers, their defense was what, ranked top 10 in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
That's about right.
So when they're ranked, so their defense kept us at subpar level. But you know what I mean? So everyone was like, "Oh, Bucks barely squeaked by." Yeah, we barely squeaked by, but at the end of the day, we gotta capitalize on scoring, bro. We have to capitalize. Last time, Dub, you and I spoke about this. Our defense is on the field too much. Our defense is on the field too much. And when their backs against the wall, hit them with the Kevin Hart. Help me. Help me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Help me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When our defense gets, we can't keep, and then we can't keep putting ourselves in field goal range and not capitalizing on touchdowns, man. That's where we need it. We need it most. And that's what's going to test us tomorrow. And if Baker shows up and become Regan Mayfield, we'll succeed. If he doesn't, guess we got to go home with another L, gentlemen.
Well, Nancy and I want to go back to our ranch in Simi Valley and just ride the horse. Oh, sorry.
That was good. That was good.
So,
hey, we gonna have a selection right now from our children's choir. We're gonna have the deacons go around and pass the collection plate. We just had a whole guest sermon from my brother in Tampa, Florida.
Man, tell me.
I love it, and that's pretty much all facts. Speaking upon that, but coming off that last game, can Baker elevate his game from that game? I understand you guys already had what you got going on, but can Baker snap out of that game that he had playing the Carolina Panthers? Because it shouldn't have been 9-0. Honestly, that should have been like a good tune-up game for you guys getting into the playoffs. But
you know who saved that game?
Talk to me, Hammer.
Winfield.
Well, you see
Winfield. He saved that game. Had they not scored, I guarantee you, if he would have scored, they would have beat us. They would have beat the crew.
It'd have been over with.
I guarantee you.
Jordan, I don't think you're ready for that. Jordan, I don't think you're not ready for that because K can go on a tangent. Especially you're talking about a certain quarterback.
We live for it.
Oh, hey, so hold on.
I'm just saying, if you're ready for that passion,
look, hold on, bro.
Here we go.
Oh, shit. All right, well, you just trying to start something, Jordan. So look, check me out. My only question is, how the fuck Buddha make it? Like, somebody got to explain to me what is his reasoning for making it.
I could tell you.
What's that?
Fans not getting involved.
It is. Yeah.
Fans not getting involved. We're not getting involved too much, and then it's the new fans too. It's the new ones who were riding with 12. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. He bring money to the city, but at the end of the day, it's like, bro, the ones who's been here since the first Super Bowl, before the first Super Bowl, we understand what kind of defense we have. It's still the same players. We lost a few key players, but at the end of the day, we got younger ones who were just like these key players that we lost. All right. And when it comes down to fans voting for players like Antoine Winfield, they just go off the names. Budu Baker or what's his name? Hamilton from the Ravens, or you know what I mean? It's guys like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
Can I chime in a little bit? Because
yeah, go ahead.
as a Niner fan, I get there's some receivers up in there, but you telling me some of my receivers didn't make that Pro Bowl and stuff like that, and I'm looking at even NBA right now. It's like I stopped voting for stuff because it's like fans don't fans go off of name recognition. Like, are you really looking at the
I agree.
stats
I
and
agree.
really looking at things? Like, yeah, I, I can't even think of my dude's name right now. Dub, help me out. Who's my other receiver?
To be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest with you, you don't have a name that deserves to be.
Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, he don't
Thank
deserve.
you.
He didn't
And
make
now
it.
I look,
No.
I may say Ron may have some credit and all this, but I'm looking like, okay, here's the Pro Bowl thing, here's the All Pro thing. I'm like, you tell me Brandon Ayuk ain't making one of
What?
those?
BA
I was
didn't
like,
make
all
it.
right,
I didn't know that.
I,
I
I,
didn't know that.
So he didn't make first or second.
I,
I
He
mean,
should
I
have
don't
made
think
second.
Brandon made All Pro.
my thing is,
If Brandon made anything, Dub can check. I don't think if Brandon made anything, he made second All Pro. But if you make second All Pro, how are you not making Pro Bowl?
Right. I
it's,
agree.
how
True.
did he make any of these lists?
But to be honest, bro,
I'm just
Tay knows this, man. When it comes down to balling, man, we don't want Pro Bowl status. We want that ship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the main goal when it comes down to it. And like I get it. He was snubbed, but that's what players don't play for. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, but like I said, man, it's all like Steve said, it's name recognition. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes down to it, and fans got to do better with voting. That's all.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to. We just got to do
and
better.
here's the truth. Here's the truth. Us being, I'm gonna assume all of us are probably 35 or older, so we've been around. Man, the fan votes and everything are probably between 20 to 30-year olds, younger people getting on the app. Like we are older, so we remember what it's like to like, okay, yeah, let's put our vote in. We're not just picking popular players. Like you're really
Right.
looking at like who really deserve. That's why I stopped because I already knew it's a popularity contest. I'm not going to do it anymore because
Right.
it's just like it's the popularity and all these people are going to vote for this. I'm like, I'm done because it's like, are y'all really paying attention to? And I'm speaking definitely more than an NBA fan than NFL. But it's like,
Right.
are y'all really paying attention to this, or are you just going off of name recognition and stuff like that? Like the first and second vote for the NBA, I just look at it as like, y'all are crazy with some of the people that are put on there. But like I said, hey, younger folks, that's who your demographic is. That's who you're trying to get because it's all social media. Fine, have at it. I've always said this when it came to like All Star Pro. Like, if you really wanted to matter, you can't give us the fans that much power into it because the fans ain't gonna do it. Now, if you want us to have the fans to do it, don't count that as stats or he's a two-time All-Star or he's a four-time Pro Bowler. Because no, because the fan, if you have that much vote in the fans, it shouldn't count. Now, if you really want that stat in there, you got to take it away from the fans because the fans are biased.
Yeah.
take it away because then if you don't have fan engagement, then your view gonna go down.
Now
Because
to answer
some fans do believe that
now to
that
answer Derek's
the whole
question.
voting matters.
Hold
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Doug. My bad.
Hold on, before we continue, the All Pro team is selected by a 50-member nationwide panel of media members who regularly cover the league. That's how the All Pro team is selected. Now, here to go through what happened or who got selected. So, first team All Pro: Lamar Jackson, Christian McCaffrey, Kyle Juszczyk, George Kittle. Wide receivers: Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Left tackle: Trent Williams. Left guard: Joe Thuney. Center: Jason Kelsey. Right guard: Zach Martin. Right tackle: Penny Sewell. Defense: Chris Jones. Linebackers: Fred Warner, Roquan Smith, Quincy Williams. Cornerbacks: Deron Bland, Sauce Gardner. Slot corner: Trent McDuffie. Safeties: Kyle Hamilton. And, of course, K's boy, Antoine Winfield. Special teams: Brandon Audrey, kicker. Punter: AJ Cole. Kick returner: Keyshawn Nixon from Green Bay. Punt return: Rashid Shaheed from the Saints. Special teamers: Miles Killebrew from the Steelers. And long snapper: Ron Matisic from Jacksonville. Second team: quarterback: Dak Prescott. Running back: Kyron Williams. Fullback: Patrick Richard. Tight end: Sam Laporta. Wide receivers: A.J. Brown, Puka Nacua, Brandon Ayuk, Mike Evans. Left tackle: Tyron Smith. Left guard: Tyler Smith. Center: Frank Ragnow, Chris Lindstrom, right guard, Lane Johnson, right tackle, edge rushers, Micah Parsons and Max Crosby, interior lineman, Justin Madbuki, Dexter Lawrence, linebackers, Demario Davis, Bobby Wagner, Patrick Queen, cornerbacks, Jalen Johnson, Tre'Davious Ward, slot corner, Taron Johnson, safeties, Jesse Bates, Justin Simmons, kicker, Jake Elliott, punter, Brian Anger, kick returner, Marvin Mims, Darius Davis, punt returner, Jalen Reeves-Maben, special teamer, long snapper, Andrew DePaula. And that's your first and second team All-Pro for 2023.
Damn,
So no Ayuk. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
crazy.
No, he was on he was on the second team All-Pro.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
surprised.
second team, so the play everybody else realized him, but the Pro Bowl he ain't getting on there. Or initially he's not getting on there because we all know people about to sub out. I ain't doing this, and he'll
Yeah.
be one of the alternates, and hopefully he ain't playing in that damn game anyways because he got. In my case, I'm hoping for him to be playing in the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
I really need this question answered because a lot of the shit I be saying come across as hating, but I really be genuinely confused. What is his specialty? And run blocking doesn't translate into no stats for a wide receiver. So I need to understand what Brandon Ayuk's specialty is. What do y'all see that I don't?
He's a secondary receiver.
Well, um, this is gonna sound weird. Brandon, especially since Brock Purdy has came in, I almost hate to say this. Brandon is almost a number one over Debo, and that's hard for me to say. Brandon can go in the middle. He ain't going deep, but he can kind of catch, go in the middle, mid range, and everything else. Catch everything, and in our offense, yard after catch is the big thing, and he can do all that. The only difference between him and Debo is Debo, like he said, he's that wide back. He can be a running back. He can do all these plays and stuff like that. But Brandon Ayuk, from his rookie year till now, he has gotten better as a receiver, running the route, going up the middle, going in the middle, going every. The only thing that Brandon Ayuk can't really do, and our offense doesn't need it, is to go deep. As a Niner fan, I will tell you, Brandon Ayuk was in the doghouse his rookie year because he wasn't doing everything, and he has learned from that. He's learned how to catch. He has learned how to do route, the run blocking, which every receiver in our offense knows how to do. He has done that. Like I said, the only difference between him and and Debo is Debo can kind of come out of the backfield and be like that running back. But I could tell you right now, Debo has not caught as much, lost some yardage because Brandon has taken that. And I don't know why. Purdy is way more comfortable with Brandon Ayuk than he is with Debo.
Here is Brandon Ayuk's stats for 2023: 75 catches, 1,342 yards, 17.9 yards a reception, 7 touchdowns.
Pretty
That's a
good.
career high in yards for Ayuk. So here's Ayuk's receiving yards since he's come to the league. His first year was 2020, had 748 yards reception. 2021, 826 yards receiving. Last or 2022, 1,015 yards. This year, 1,342. Now, Debo has 12 total touchdowns, but as Steve said, Debo is utilized in the run and the pass. Debo only caught 60 balls for 892 yards, 7 receiving touchdowns, but he ran the ball 37 times for 225 and 5 touchdowns. So obviously, Debo is the wide back, but when it comes to making big throws, Purdy's big particular 2 targets have been Brandon Ayuk and George Kittle. I
Well,
mean,
it sounds like to me that
it
Ayuk
doesn't.
has
It doesn't.
improved each season he's been in the league.
He
So
Yes, that
that
is that's
That's
what it is,
yes.
and that's where he's looking for that payday. And
well, of
thank you
course,
for having brought Purdy under rookie contract. Because if we didn't have that, I don't think we were able to afford Brandon
Russ,
Ayuk.
Russ.
100%.
Thank you for a rookie contract, Brandon. Yes, because this is all going back to from the same thing with Trey. We got you under rookie contract so we can pay our other players, superstars, more money.
Mhm.
Yep, I agree. But I just from the
Uh,
what Doug just read, it seems like Brandon Ayuk just improved. Just got better and better each year. So I've liked the kid since he's been drafted with the Niners, and it sucked that he got in that doghouse. But like Steve said, it's pretty good that he learned from that, and he has just. I mean, he's getting open a lot, and it's looking bad when he gets open
You,
for the defenses.
you know who really got to show up for the Bucks tomorrow? Speaking of number 1, number 2 wide receivers,
Who's that?
CG 14 has to show up
Who's
for us tomorrow.
I think yes. Somebody said something about Chris Godwin in the last
Yeah.
statement. Very true.
And to piggyback on what Foster said, yeah, Cade Otton has to be involved. You know what I mean? As a big time player tomorrow, man, because they're wounded. Why not add more salt to the wound? You know what I mean? If we can't walk out of here with a dislocated finger hurts and a wounded defense Eagles, this was a waste of a playoff slot. You know what I mean? And then we're just gonna prove to Cam Jordan. I can't stand this motherfucker. Even though I've trained with him a few times, I just can't stand this motherfucker. Bro, he just be talking, bro. Like he called us trash. And I was like, didn't we whoop y'all ass before we went to the Super Bowl? Like, come on, B. Come on, man. Can't stand the Saints fans, bro. It's like they're delusional. You know what I mean? It's like they I don't know. After Drew Brees, they smoking something down there in New Orleans. I don't know what they
Jordan.
smoking.
Jordan. Jordan, to answer your question, Ayuk is a free agent in 2025. To answer your question, so this upcoming season is his walk year, 2024.
He will want to renew his contract this year, and he's going to probably start talking about upping his pay. And he ain't going to wait till the end of the season. You know how it is. These numbers right now that you just read that he did this last season, I guarantee you his agent is already talking to somebody right now in that organization
all
about
right.
getting a contract.
A lot has happened since I last spoke. All right, so I kind of gotta go back a little to come forward. All right, so firstly, the Chris Godwin comparison, I can't agree with that for the simple fact I can name games where Chris Godwin actually exploded when Mike wasn't there. Like he actually had 100+ game, 100-yard games. I can't say that for Brandon Ayuk. Like I'm not a Niner fan, so I can't say that. But I've really been saying the whole time, like if Christian McCaffrey ain't there or if Debo ain't there, the Niners ain't winning. That's always been my slogan since y'all got this superstar team.
Mm.
You guys know, I've been saying this.
I don't doubt. I don't disagree with that.
If they don't have Debo and
I
they
would
don't
say this.
have
I would say this. Christian McCaffrey was the ultimate piece. He was the final piece, but the biggest piece. But before Christian, we had some decent running back. Look, I'll put it right now. Miami is basically the 49ers South. If everything that the 49 everything the 40 everything Miami's doing is except for Tyreek Hill, who's just all pro. Uh Monster, he was balling with us.
Oh yeah, because
Uh,
McNair.
Fred Warner balling with us. McCaffrey is just a different beast. And what happened was now that we got McCaffrey, we ain't got to use Debo in the backfield and everything else because you were trying to figure out a way to do a running back because that's how he became wide back. Because it's like, okay, we have decent running back, but Debo is a better running back. As soon as you got McCaffrey, I don't need Debo in the backfield anymore. I bet you if you look at his Debo's contract, all the way through, I'm pretty sure he has some incentives to if you get this many rushing yards, if you get this. Remember, Debo was a holdout because he was trying to get paid like a deep wide receiver, and us Niners, everything. Well, I don't know. Are we gonna pay you really like a
Hold
receiver?
on.
Well, hold up. I've been doing this as a running back. I've been doing this. You need to pay me more. Nah, I don't want to do all that.
It wasn't the number one.
Debo's contract, I
It was the
bet
fact
you,
that
is a
the
little
defense.
bit lower because we got McCaffrey, who, okay, now you can run and do all this. Now we can do all this. If you look at it, yes, McCaffrey is the key link to everything that mattered that made all our offense go. But even before McCaffrey, we were still doing okay. It's just McCaffrey is the thing that just opened it all up. That's all. It is Marshall Falk to the Rams. That's how I can look at it.
I'm not agreeing with that at all because y'all haven't had a greatest show on turf. That's firstly. Secondly, y'all have had gotten to the same spot when y'all had Elijah Mitchell as y'all starting running back as y'all did as with Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
Same
you're right.
spot.
You're right. I'm much Elijah.
And
But
then
guess
the
what?
other thing
If,
with
if
Debo,
if
the
you
thing with
if
Debo,
you put it like this,
he wasn't trying to
who
get
would you take,
he wasn't
Elijah
trying to
Mitchell
get
or
Justin
Christian
Jefferson
McCaffrey?
money. Look, I don't do those kind of comparisons because again, I play in the trenches, so I know that the trenches is the reason why y'all eating like that. Christian McCaffrey was Christian McCaffrey in Carolina getting fucking demolished by my Bucks
Oh,
twice a year. He was getting
oh,
smacked up. All our linebackers was flying through free holes, fucking him up, and he was getting hurt. So that
oh,
offensive line is the reason why y'all doing
oh,
all this.
no, 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 no. Oh,
That's
oh,
why
trust me.
Elijah Mitchell
No,
hurt
no. Oh,
like
trust
y'all
me.
screen. He had
Trust
a
me.
1,000 yards
I
his
can even
rookie
put in
year.
the stat. Trent Williams is our MVP because if you look at McCaffrey, every time he goes to the left, that's where he gets his thing. Trent Williams, as soon as we got Trent Williams, that changed the game and everything. When Trent Williams got hurt early in this year and everything else,
I'm not sliding with
yeah, we lost the game. Let me be clear. We run to our left because of Trent.
that.
There's times when we tried our right, we do no. Trent Williams, the Hall of Famer, what he is, there's a reason why he is a Hall of Famer. There is a reason why we like, hey, we need to make sure Trent's healthy. We need to make sure Christian's healthy. And those are the two top players. Everybody else after that, oh, we go, no. It is because of Trent Williams. You will not have me argue anything about that because I was the first one to happy to say, oh, Washington gave that dude up. Thank you very much. Christian was good. Trust me, my dad is a Carolina fan. He's born. We are born from the Carolinas. I already know what Christian was doing. He was hurting everything else. And I'll be the first one to admit I didn't want Christian. I thought it would cost too much. I didn't think we need to do all that. I was wrong. Christian was a heaven sent, just like Monster Park was a ring. And because we already had Trent Williams in place, that was a game changer. But yes, that
Right.
line is because of Trent Williams. No doubt about it.
Agreed.
No,
Yeah.
you know who made Debo who he was? McDaniels.
Yep.
It was
Yeah.
McDaniels. Think about it, bro. Y'all haven't switched out your running backs like y'all used to.
Mm-hmm.
McDaniels was the one that was sitting there looking at Kyle like, nah, bro, switch him in real quick. Get him up in there. When everybody was like, bro, how many running backs do y'all have?
Right.
Yeah, we
You know what I mean? It's
remember.
a
Remember,
substitution.
I'll tell you this. When Kyle first got here, and just is just me being a Niner fan, with
Excuse
the
me.
first person that we signed was Jet McKinley from Minnesota
Oh
off
yeah,
his injury because we thought he was going to be the one, but he got injured, and every year he was injured.
true.
Having Jeff Mitchell, having whatever the Miami one that I can't think of right now, Eliza Mitchell. All those were supposed to be our backups. We got Jet McKinley was supposed to be the dude, but he always was hurt, running back after running back, and it just like it worked out. But hell, let's be real. It's almost like Denver back in the day after Terrell Davis. Remember, Denver was having 1,000-yard running backs like it was nothing because the system worked out well.
Right.
It kind of was the same thing. And now when you plug in, oh, we got our running back, that all pro who can stay healthy, bam, the offense open up. But yes, Jeff Wilson, Eliza Mitchell, all these other guys that are now over in Miami. Yep, McDaniel's like, hey, I'll take them. They can do everything. We've been having them. Remember, Jet McKinley was the first signing that they had, and that was supposed to be the dude off of what he was doing in Minnesota, but he kept being hurt.
No.
You
What
get
I
Trent
what I
Williams.
mean is rotation wise. Rotation wise. So let's say Elijah or Raheem Mostert. Raheem Mostert, who was the other one? Tevin Coleman, when what's his
Yep.
name was sitting on the bench. So when they will come in, they will look at Debo and say, all right, cool. You were doing something in practice. Let me go ahead and throw this in the game because it's gonna throw you off. In the game, it throws people off. When you don't see that on film, you get thrown off as a defensive player. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at it like, hold on, we didn't see this. Who the hell is
I'm
this?
like, even now, and I because I've been drinking, even our backup running back now, who's supposed to be good, that boy hasn't seen the field because Christian's been doing so well, but he was supposed to be all good and everything else. And we finally start to use, and I know Dubs have been asking for all year, take Christian out, give him a little rest, save him up for the playoff, and do this and this. Because we have a backup that is decent, but it's like you're not going to compare to what Christian do. So of course Kyle's going to get player happy and drunk happy. Christian,
Right.
let's run you down to the ground. Let's do all this, do everything
Exactly.
else. No, take your hands off of Christian. Let's save
All
him for
right.
the playoff. Put this other dude in and let him get
Jordan,
used up for a bit.
Jordan Mason, and Elijah
Yep.
Mitchell could be starting on different teams.
I agree. I
Normally
don't
late in
disagree.
the fourth, normally normally late in the fourth quarter when they need to close out the game. Normally Jordan Mason is in the game because he's called the close because Jordan Mason has that home run speed that Elijah Mitchell doesn't have. Elijah Mitchell is very good at running in between the tackles, and that's why he got hurt because Elijah Mitchell was the starter for the Niners until McCaffrey got there. And again,
Mm-hmm.
the reason why McCaffrey came to us so cheap was because he was injured. That's how he came to us so cheap, and that's why he's under team control for at least 2 more years.
That
So
man wasn't
I
injured. He just
mean,
didn't want to play for the Panthers no more.
that too, that too, that
He was
too.
already on the plane before he
You're not
he
wrong.
announced that he was on the way to the Niners.
So as a home Carolina
You're
and my
not.
daddy's a Carolina Panthers fan, I can't take this Carolina Panthers slander, but I understand.
Oh, bro, he was like, man, I ain't got Steve Smith here no more. Cam Newton is a New England Patriot. He's like, man, I gotta go.
Luke got out of here. Let me slide too. I gotta go.
Right? He said, Luke ain't here no more. I'm gone.
Hey, let me come back to where I was famous at Stanford and doing everything in the Bay Area.
CMC said, I'm out of here. I gotta go back home.
Hey, that's facts. That's facts. That's good.
But it worked out for you guys, man. It worked out for y'all. For you, it benefited you guys, man. But yeah, man. Tomorrow's a big day for the Bucks, man. So we got to show up, show out. You know what I mean? Let everybody know and prove to ourselves that we belong here. Because, like I said before, if we don't, the Crew, it was just a waste of a playoff slot. Kind of like
All
how
right.
the Packers sent the Cowboys home. That was just a waste of a playoff spot. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, you should have just put the Eagles there.
Damn.
All right, hey, let me ask y'all something because I don't have to worry about it. And you know, it's the talking thing. So let's say Tampa Bay lose. Are
Mhm.
y'all talking about having Bill Belichick? Because we already know in Dallas, and that's
Hell
what they
no.
talk.
No,
Yeah, no.
he can sit his old ass down with Tom Brady. That's where he can go. He go sit with
Yeah,
Tom.
they
Hammer, don't
Down with
put
Tom
that
and
bat
them.
on me.
You had your
Hammer,
time.
don't you dare put that bat on me, Hammer. Don't you do that.
He can go
Don't you
sit
do that,
down.
Ricky Bobby.
Hell
Don't you
no,
do
man.
that, Ricky Bobby. I
I'd
don't.
rather go get a different coach like Mike Tomlin or something. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Somebody who
You
somebody.
ain't
You
getting much.
know what I'm saying? But as far as Bill Belichick, nah, I'm cool. I'm cool.
Nah.
Okay.
hey, let me ask you this, Hammer. Would you like khaki pants? Would you like Harbaugh?
Hell yeah, who wouldn't?
Ooh.
But we won't have the funds for it though. It's either him or we get rid of Mike Evans.
And are you gonna give him control? Are you gonna give him
So
control?
here's the thing. No, we wouldn't need that because Jason Light will actually work well with him. Because Jason Light is a pretty good GM.
True
So here's
that.
the thing.
Yeah.
I feel like Light will be able to convince him to be like, you won't have this many weapons anywhere else that you'll go.
No,
Anywhere else you're going.
What?
Jason
Okay.
is operating correctly because of Bruce Arians.
Well, okay. So let me ask this because we're talking. If Tampa Bay lose, are y'all going to y'all coach or you give them another year?
Yeah, he got to go. I've said this when did I say this last year? Last time we was on, Bowles has to go regardless.
You
Now
did.
Okay.
he's not made for a head coach job. Not now. He is a phenomenal DC here and there. But as far as a head coach, I don't see that for him, bro. I can't see that for him. He has to work for it a little more, bro. Because the way you see it with the Crew. You know what I mean? It's up and down. He has to get on these coaches. You know what I'm saying? You got to go and you got to take accountability to the OC. You got to take accountability to the DC. You got to go let these coaches know, like, hey, you slipping on your Pippin. Tie your shoes and stop tripping. Let's get this
All
game
right.
going.
All right. So if
You know what I'm saying?
if Tampa
Let
lose,
me let me ask this question.
well, I got a question. Who
Let
do
me
y'all who you think is going to be like out of the coaches that are available? Who would y'all go with if you had your choice out of it?
Me, myself, if we can get Jim, that would be dope. I would love to have that. But to fit our scheme for who we are, Mike Tomlin, because he got his first Super Bowl ring with the Bucks.
Mike ain't going nowhere. I don't care
No.
what Pittsburgh
I
do.
know he's not going, but if there were to be talks, somebody in that office, which is Bruce Arians, he will go down there and talk to him because those two were together when they got their first Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. Not many people know that.
Oh, I do.
You know what I'm saying?
Mike
So
Tomlin was
when
Hey, hold
Mike
on.
Tomlin was the secondary coach
you're
Yep.
right.
in Super Bowl 37. He
was.
was on the
So
sideline talking with John
Can I
Lynch.
throw in another?
And here's the
I'm
soundbite.
sorry.
Mike, we know what they're running.
right, exactly.
Go ahead, Kay. What you want to throw in?
So I want to throw in another coach that was a part of that Super Bowl team that might be available right now, and they just lost today. Sean McVay.
Ooh.
Sean
Oh
McVay has shown
yeah.
interest in wanting to get out of Los Angeles. He was a part of
Now
that Bucks coaching staff
I
too.
don't
But
see that happening.
I don't
Tom,
see it
Sean
either.
got more. Sean got too much control in
Let me
LA.
ask-
I don't see that
Yeah,
happening.
that's true.
that would be interesting though.
Yeah, but he
Let me
again, that was
let me
at the top of
let
this
me
year. He wanted to get up out of there.
Kay Hammer, let me ask you guys this question. Let me ask you this question, Kay and Hammer.
Go ahead.
How would you feel about Eric Bieniemy getting a shot finally in Tampa?
Ooh.
How would you feel about Eric Bieniemy?
You
That's
go
a good
first
one.
out.
That's a good one. I would take him.
Good one. I'll take him.
I'll take him. I'll
Ooh,
take
that's
him.
a good
Because
one.
you
I'll take
I'll take him.
because you clearly saw you clearly you clearly saw how bad the Chiefs offense was without him
Mhm.
this season.
Yeah.
Andy
Every
Reid
year.
could
I'll
not
take.
go into his bag of tricks because he did not have Bieniemy there.
But like I said, it falls down to this, man. We have to have a Coach Carter mindset head coach. We have to
I like
take
that
accountability
analogy. I like
within
that.
the
I got a question because I'm not following Tampa. You guys know your team more. Are you guys more defensive minded or offensive minded? And the
They've
reason why I'm
always
asking
been
because
that.
what he threw out there with Eric Enemy is that mean you keeping Baker Mayfield? Do you feel like Eric Enemy can develop Baker Mayfield?
Baker's
So
not trash.
yeah,
Baker is
No,
I
no.
not
uh,
trash. He just
Baker
needs
threw for
the
4,000
right
yards this
coaching.
year and
He needs
28
the right
touchdowns.
coaching. When he was with the Browns, I said this, when he was with the Browns, he just didn't have no guidance, bro. Like he was with the
Facts.
Browns and they paid him a dumb load of money. You know what I'm saying? So what do you give a college student who just graduated, fresh out of college? What do you give him what does he do with the money? He goes crazy. He ends up in social media. He ends
Not
up
to
in commercial.
mention, not to mention, not to mention a Heisman Trophy winner at that.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, he goes crazy. You know what I'm saying? So now he's in this
Humble.
world.
He's
He
humble
doesn't want to perform. He'll perform when he needs to. That's what I've got when I've seen him in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? But then as soon as Cleveland said, "Okay, yeah, we cutting these ties with you. It's time for you to move on," his whole demeanor changed.
there. Mm-hmm.
He stopped showing up in these commercials. He's just like damn Patty Mahomes with damn State Farm and Jake and them. Like, bro, I'm
Was
tired
it
of seeing my
progressive commercial?
idol.
No. Was it progressive? No, not progressive. What was the
Yeah, those
It
commercial?
was
progressive.
progressive.
It's
It was
still at
Yeah,
progressive.
It was
yeah,
home in the
progressive.
Cleveland
it's
Stadium.
progressive.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
progressive.
you don't see those no
But I
more.
think,
Nah.
but I think that cup of coffee he had in Inglewood with Sean McVay gave him confidence that he could play in
Yep.
this league. Because
Yep. And
you go back to that game against the Broncos where he torched the Broncos defense. It was
True.
like, whoa, wait a minute. That looked like the 2020 Baker Mayfield that got the Browns to the playoffs and they went to Pittsburgh and they blitzed Pittsburgh. I think that cup of coffee in Inglewood gave him the confidence because Hammer and Kay, as you know, the locker room loves Baker and they rally behind
Oh
him.
yeah.
They
Oh
love
yeah.
playing for the guy, and
100%.
he is
Well, he had that trade in
he
college, though,
is
Doug.
he's
He
their
had
guy.
that.
Look, all
And
right.
He
like I
So
had
said,
that
yeah,
to
trade
quote
in
Kay,
college.
here's the
he
oh go ahead.
yes he did. Yes he did.
All right, so yeah, no, I
No, go ahead,
agree.
Kay. Go ahead.
I agree. I just I agree that Bowles need to go. But I mean, but
Mm.
that's my heart speaking. Like, but me just thinking about the situation unbiasedly without my heart, he probably need to stay because everything that's attached to it. Because if you get rid of Bowles, you low key got to get a new OC. You got to get a whole new staff
Yeah.
completely, which I don't have a problem with that. I'm just saying it's just you're gonna lose a lot of shit because Dave Canellis' whole confidence is built because of Bowles. This almost feels like a Tony Dungy situation all over again.
Ooh.
Like
I
that's
feel
what it
it.
feels like. Tony Dungy didn't have that fire to get the players over the hump, and then they got a John Gruden and they got over the hump. Like I kind of feel like that's what this kind of is right now. Like
Damn, I
we
like.
need him to keep developing everybody. Like Dungy had a young Brooks. He got a young Devin White right now. He had a young Vita. He got a young Warren Sapp. You get what I'm saying? Vice versa that. You get what I mean? So it kind of feels like the exact same situation.
Okay.
But
I like.
then again, it comes down to Chucky was that Coach Carter we need. He was that one. He wasn't putting up with nobody shit. He didn't care who you were. He didn't give a damn if you're Warren Sapp. He'll look at you and be like, okay, you for sure can get replaced with the next man under you. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, bro, he's a phenomenal DC. I'm not gonna take that away. But as far as a head coach, he's not the guy. Now, if the crew was to get rid of him, I say keep Canales if he's up to stooping down from an OC and going getting Eric. You know what I'm saying? Or keep him there so that way Eric can coach him and guide him and help him with the routes, with the play calling. You know what I'm saying? Because he got dope plays. I just feel like he don't be calling the right plays at the right time. You know what I'm saying? And then it comes down to Baker. Baker has to. One thing that I loved about the old quarterbacks, Brady, Peyton, who else? Eli, Phillip, all those guys. If you go back to their film, when the coach called their plays, if they didn't like that shit, they'll look at the coach and be like, "Nah, that ain't it." And then you got the coach going, "What the hell you gonna do? We about to do this because this shit's been working." You know what I'm saying? So now, if Baker can just dig deep down inside his stomach and grab his sacks and be like, you know what, coach, nah, we not playing that right now. We about to do this because I see this gonna fit for us. If he can do that, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. You can't always interrupt with the coaches, but the players is playing, bro. It's the players that's on the field.
I agree with you, but the issue is Baker's already fucking tarnished name.
True.
So if Baker does that and he throw a fucking pick, they gonna shit on him very quickly.
That is true.
100%. That is a fact.
They gonna kill him. They gonna kill Baker, and that gonna completely take his confidence on the fast track back to the shitter.
And that's true.
Because if he does that and it doesn't work, they're gonna be like, well, yeah, whatever. And then 1 for 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about all that. He's still playing for a contract. So he's trying to play the good soldier so he can get like a 2-3 year, you know what I'm saying? Then he could be able to get that green light. Maybe next, like, say if they hold the whole team, like, say the crew hold the whole team intact, coaching staff-wise and everybody, they come back in the next season with Canales and Bate and Bowles, then he'll have that green light to make those audibles. He'll have a green light to make those checks and do all of those shits and those hot routes. Like, he'll be able to do all of that kind of shit. But I don't think he got it right now just based off of the fact of his name already fucked up and people already think the way they think of him.
True. I agree.
And that's a good analogy, Kay. I agree. Yeah.
But still, I'll be like, nah, coach, this ain't it. That's just me, bro. But no, I do agree with you. And, you know, hopefully that all works out, man.
He's pulling a Jameis Winston and just calling his old place?
Yeah, bro.
Why did you mention that name? God
here you go. Here you go.
Yeah, I brought it in there. Yeah, we go.
Winston.
We gonna go there. We gonna go there. He gonna pull Jameis Winston. Just fuck you, coach. I'm gonna play this so this dude can get a touchdown.
We was trying to have a nice football conversation, and you come bring this blasphemy bullshit in this thing, man. What you got going? Like, we was trying to have a nice conversation. I wasn't trying to slander your fucking choking ass Niners with B-Rabbit as your head coach. I was gonna be cool.
Hey, hold on. This ain't got nothing to do with the Niners. This is a New Orleans, bro. We don't call all plays like that. We follow our coach's play.
Out leprosy and measles and shit. We'll talk about that.
Hey. Hey, just because Jameis wants to steal some crabs and now want to steal a play, man, I ain't got that. They ain't got nothing to do with me on my side.
So that's what we doing. Okay, don't worry about it. Brock Purdy gonna take y'all to the Super Bowl. First thing y'all gonna do after he lose the game, after y'all up 10 points and don't run the ball, you gonna say that he the reason why y'all lost the Super Bowl.
No. That will go to Kyle. No, that's no.
Hey, look, when you get to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs, you can't make them score touchdowns. We showed you how to do it. We showed you how to beat the Chiefs. Don't slam them up. We showed you how to demolish the Chiefs. They didn't score a touchdown. They hit the football, hit a face mask. They didn't score a touchdown against us.
Hold up. First of all, Kyle's going to get the blame because Kyle's always been getting the blame. Then we had Jimmy that don't know how to throw a deep route and everything else. And you can ask Mizzle because Mizzle has the damn Jimmy Garoppolo and he understands that pain we went through too. And then our defense just hold up. That's all that if the Niners don't win the Super Bowl, they're gonna blame that on Kyle, right or wrong. They're gonna give that on Kyle because you haven't won the Super Bowl.
Y'all didn't blame the first one on Kyle. Y'all blame Jimmy. Y'all
exactly.
Jimmy made when y'all was up 10 points and didn't run the ball.
And Jimmy, he couldn't hit a damn deep throw. And guess what? Mizzle, don't laugh because you know our big. You're damn right we blame that on Jimmy.
10 points. Would you throw another pass that game? You wouldn't throw shit. I would run the ball until you stop me. Until you stop me.
Guess what? Kyle learned from trying to. Kyle learned I gotta run the ball because he lost a goddamn 28-3 lead by passing it. And guess what? If Jimmy could connect on one goddamn deep throw, he would have made that shit. But it's not even on Jimmy because our defense fucked up and let goddamn Tyreek Hill catch an open blob out with shit pass that no one should have caught. I'm a Niner fan and I know where we fucked up at. God damn it, don't blame me.
I'm not a Niner fan living in the Bay listening to y'all bullshit every year. I'm sitting here paying attention to what y'all got going on unintentionally. So I'm right now. I'm watching it unbiasedly, and y'all dumb as hell in fucking Santa Clara. That's all it is, from top to bottom. From John, y'all had one of our guys. From John all the way down to the bottom. Y'all sat right there, went to the Super Bowl, choked it off.
Yeah, but I was just talking about Jameis Winston just calling a different play because he was trying to help his boy. Why you gotta bring my Niners into this?
We are in the 2020, sir. We don't go back to 2019. We don't talk about
well, we're in 2023. I was just asking about Jameis calling a play for his homie and not listening to his coach. Why you gotta bring my Niners into this?
Because you brought in the leprosy stages of the Bucs. You brought down the
ain't got nothing to do with the Bucs. This boy, man, I was just asking, hey.
That quarterback you mentioned, where did he play before the team he played on right now?
Ain't that a bitch?
Wait.
We don't
where's
James?
James?
That's the leprosy stages of the Bucs.
Wait, where was James? Damn, where was James before? Was he with the Bucs? Oh shit, he was with the Bucs. He didn't screw y'all too much except for getting some seafood shit. But he did that before he got with y'all too.
He went 30 for 30, bro. He the first
we had the number 3 defense 1 year at him at quarterback, and this man had a doggone 6 and oh my god, he went 6 and 10 that year, by the way.
Look, I'm not even putting him on with your team. I'm talking about what he did with his new team.
Oh yeah,
I'm just wondering, hey, are we going? Hey, quarterback make a play call, and that's not the right play call. So I'm gonna audible, and that's what Jameis Winston did, and make an audible.
I'm sorry, but that name triggers me. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about you, Hammer, but that name trigger me.
The boy just made an audible and got a touchdown for a teammate, and now you're wondering, hey, is he a cancer in the locker room, or is he a good teammate? I wasn't gonna let y'all worry about Tampa Bay, even though he came in there stealing seafood and crawfish and everything else. Y'all knew that beforehand. That ain't y'all fault.
He was a good teammate. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he just wasn't the quarterback. He just wasn't.
Yeah. I'm not knocking him for what y'all did in Tampa. Yeah, Tampa Bay don't know. I'm talking more about him in New Orleans.
I feel you.
He just wasn't.
Look, we could just say that the Saints went for a late touchdown so Jamal Williams could score. Because that's ultimately what happened.
And that's exactly what Jameis Winston saying. We were going for a late touchdown, even though we were up 45-10 or whatever the damn score was. I'm just saying, hey, he said, "Fuck you, coach. I'm gonna run this play."
Right
now. Some people look at it one way.
Because he was like, we're not making the playoffs anyway, so we might as well just do this.
Now, me personally, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Because my Niners won. So that's somebody else's problem in my book. I'm just
MLB. He needs to go to the MLB.
You know, hey, he can join the Rock League, UFL. Super, hey, we gonna do this. I ain't got nothing to do with it. It ain't my problem.
So this is a conversation my wife and I had. She's a big Niner fan. I told her, I said, man, if we can get rid of the Eagles and then we go to Detroit because we owe them an ass whooping because they demolished our little win streak we had, our little freaky diggy win streak we had. Yeah, I would love to see the 49ers and the Bucks in the NFC Championship. Now, Kay probably gonna hate me for this, but at the end of the day, respect is gonna be due regardless on my side of the world. I would love to see the best of the best go against a team like the Buccaneers, right? And not only, and the only reason why is because I need that NFC conference shirt. I need that championship shirt. I need it. Win or lose, I don't care. I just want that shirt. I need that shirt. You know what I'm saying? I just need that shirt so I can say to my kids, "Hey, our team made it here. So win or lose, it is what it is." You know what I mean? Because I've never seen it was always the Bucks and Green Bay or the Eagles or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nobody from like the West Coast that we ever ran into. Oh, I'm wrong.
Hold on.
It was the
Hammer,
Rams.
you got a Super Bowl ring. In fact, I almost want to say you got 2 Super Bowl rings more than the Niners got in the last 20 years, dude. You got
30.
the trophy. Don't sell your Bucks short now.
No. What I'm saying, because at the end of the day, we already have Super Bowl rings. I would love to have a third one. I just don't want it underneath Todd Bowles' name.
Oh, all right.
That's just me.
Well, hey.
That's just me. I don't hate the man. I don't hate Coach. I got love for Coach. I just don't want the Super Bowl underneath his name. It could be underneath somebody else. Hell, we can go up the street to get Sin Boo to be the head coach. Yeah, I'll take Sin Boo.
You sound like Dallas people that forget Barry Switzer got that third one. They just want to give that credit to Jimmy Johnson. No, that ain't Jimmy. That's Barry Switzer that got that one. Oh no, that's Jimmy's team. Under the head coach was Barry Switzer. We just gonna bypass that. Barry got that one. I understand. Got you. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. No.
I feel you.
I just want to see great football, bro. And if we could show up when it matters most, I would love to see this ride that we got going. But as far as Super Bowl champ, I can't give it to Todd Bowles. I can't. Everybody else I give it to, but the head coach, that's a negative for me. Only for a simple fact, number one,
I'm not gonna
you cost us another Super Bowl ring, a back-to-back Super Bowl ring at that. With the Rams. The last play, you put our defense in man. For what? Then you put the shortest safety on planet Earth versus one of the best wide receivers in the galaxy at that time frame. And you think he was going to guard Cooper Kupp in man coverage? In man coverage, bro. That's a hell no. That right there took the cake for me for Todd Bowles.
I tried to bury that. I tried to bury that one, but you 1,000% right on that one. 1,000% right on that one,
bro. That's the cake, bro. That let me know that you were getting greedy because they were torching us the whole entire game. The whole entire game until Sean McVay started to stoop down to our level of gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when everything started shifting. And Tom Brady was like, all right, so since you here, we finna take it up a notch. Then it started to climb back. And then now Sean McVay is like, oh shit, they're back. They're back in the game. And it's like, yeah, we're here. Knock, knock. And here goes Todd Bowles. Yeah, here you go. Man coverage. Hey, go ahead and do what you do, player. Like, what? Bruh, no. That's what killed us in the first half was man coverage.
Yeah.
Yep.
The whole entire time, bro. He was torturing us. Now, could you imagine playing Puka Nacua?
Bruh.
It would have been gas, bro. Matt Stafford would have been like, yeah, this time we finna whoop your ass. Like, we about to ski skirt on you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh bullshit! They would have dogged us out so bad. Melvin
Right.
would have got cooked so bad.
That's
Bro.
facts.
And you know what I'm saying? But that's just me, bro. That's what took the cake for me. And like I said, man, we just got to get a coach, bro. We have to get a head coach. We got to have a coach that's in there willing to take everyone for accountability, man. Everybody has to be held for accountability, bro. Mike Evans, you got to be in Mike Evans' ass. Like, you want this contract, go catch these balls. You want these contract, you going against one of the best cornerbacks tomorrow. Go get this ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rashad White, you want another contract, run this ball. And speaking of Rashad, why haven't we used Chase Edmonds so much?
Ooh.
Chase Edmonds comes in, bro. Every time he comes in,
Good point. Damn good
he
point.
be gassing for us, bro. And I'm like, okay, so keep him in. Dave, keep him in, Dave. And here goes Dave. He lets me down every time I say, here, keep him in, Dave. Here comes Rashad White. And it's like, bro, what? This man just got 15 yards off of one play. It take Rashad White 2 to 3 plays to get 15 yards. And it's like, bro, and I'm not knocking Rashad White. He's a great player. He just lacks vision here and there.
Yeah.
He started to remind me of who's the Cleveland Browns running back who got traded to the Oakland Raiders.
Trent Richardson.
Bro, the hole was to the left. My man ran to the right. To the right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what? I seen that. Like, how you not see that hole? And that's every time I see Rashad White touch that ball. There's a hole to the left. You can't get small. You be trying to run people over. That's your problem. You not built like that, young man. Just get through the hole and get us some yards, player. That's all we need. Tomorrow, I feel like we need Chase Edmonds to be involved with this gameplay. If we don't, this run game is non-existent.
Damn, I love it.
Ain't mad at it.
That's great. That's a great aspect of how to look at that game tomorrow.
You have to, bro. Dave Canales has to, bro. He has to take his finger out his ass. This ain't no, I'll see you next week. This win or go home. This is a win or go home, bro. It's how bad you want it, coach. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what Kay say earlier? Pass the collection plate.
Yo, bro. It has, bro. We have to show up, bro. We gotta show up. And this is the second time we playing these fools, bro. And like I said,
they wounded. They wounded. There's no. I mean, of course, like we always say, you always want to play the team at the best of their capability.
Yeah.
But so if you walking into the game limping, and I know you limping, guess what? I'm attacking.
you're right.
Yeah.
That's on you.
Yeah.
You decided to roll out the bed, put the helmet on. You decided you thought you was gonna be Superman. I got your kryptonite right here, player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, it's the second time for us to see these fools, man. And we got to capitalize this time. Because like I said, there ain't no next week. We take this L, we sit down next to everybody who was on them benches today watching TV. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't like I said, bro, I don't want the Bucs to be eliminated, man, because I know the Panthers is preying on our downfall. The Falcons is riding on our downfall. The damn Saints is riding to hell and back on our downfall. You know what I mean? I think the only one that's riding with us is the damn Cardinals.
Ain't so.
Everybody else is like, bro, they shouldn't be here. And it's like, I see. Like, damn. Y'all some haters. Give us some love. But I do congratulate my team.
Just to
man.
recap.
My team, man, on being the only NFC team going to the postseason 4 straight seasons. You know what I mean? Yeah, we there.
Indeed.
You know what I mean?
That's something to talk about. Yes,
that is the current longest streak in the NFL right now. The Buccaneers going to the playoffs 4 consecutive years. Just to recap what has happened so far on Wildcard Weekend, the Texans beat the Browns 45-14. Chiefs beat the Dolphins 26-7. Packers beat the Cowboys 48-32. Lions beat the Rams 24-23. Then, of course, tomorrow, Bills and Steelers from Orchard Park. And, of course, on Monday night, the Eagles and the Buccaneers. Real quickly, just to recap action in the association tonight, only a 5-game slate. Nuggets beat the Pacers 117-109. The Heat beat the Hornets 104-87. In overtime, where there was no defense play, the Bucks beat the Kings by 143-142. Timberwolves beat the Clippers 109-105, and the Suns on the road beat the Trailblazers 127-116. And of course, for the NBA, tomorrow is a very, very huge day for the NBA as we, of course, celebrate the tremendous legacy of Dr. King. We have for tomorrow's slate whole lot of games on TNT. We have the Warriors playing in Memphis against the Grizzlies, the Rockets and 76ers in Philadelphia. That's at 10 a.m. That's the first game of the day. Pelicans and the Mavericks, the Knicks and the Magic, Pistons and Wizards, Spurs and Hawks, Bulls and Cavaliers, the Heat and the Nets, Celtics and the Raptors, Pacers, Jazz, and in the nightcap, the Thunder at the Lakers. So that is your MLK NBA schedule slate for tomorrow.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
But we definitely appreciate everybody that has commented in here, and for our special guests coming on. Always a good dynamic. You guys always bring the passion to your show. And Steve, let it be known, every time you mention Jameis Winston, Country K will go what is called the fuck off. I'm just letting you know. You just got a sample of that today, mentioning that name.
That's a trick. That is a trigger.
Hey, just because Jamie Winston wants to go steal some crawfish or whatever at some superstore, the man was just hungry. I don't know what it is. I don't eat seafood, but James Winston was trying to live off that fame of Florida State, and he realized
he stole crab legs from Publix. That's what he did, technically. But they had a whole deal where they were giving the players crab legs from the local Publix in Tallahassee.
He should have stole some skills.
The man was smart enough to know where to get his seafood from. I don't know. I ain't got to worry about the man. He ain't on my team.
He wasn't smart enough to talk to the right person. He went to the wrong person. He didn't follow instructions. That's kind of how he got caught.
And it seems like that's been his problem ever since, because he's supposed to be the starter in New Orleans, and you got David Carr starting over him, and Taysom Hill, whatever he is running to, and all I know is he had an E60 and showing how he can bounce on a one leg and throw some tennis balls and some shit like that, and you almost as close as being Jamarcus Russell.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, not to give credit to no New Orleans Aints. Taysom Hill is a motherfucker to work with. He's a motherfucker to deal with, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah, he is.
I agree. Like I said, Jason Winston's close to that Jamarcus Russell's territory.
Yes,
we know somebody on here that understands that pain and suffering.
He said, "You watch the defense."
You know what, Steve? You with the fucking little jabs right now is getting a little out of hand right now. You're missing Jameis Winston. We understand about goddamn Jamarcus Russell. Why are we talking about him?
We just saying. Got it. We good.
Just saying. Somebody understands how horrible that is. I'm just pointing that out.
We don't need to bring up the fucking past. We understand that. We got your terminology.
All right. You know, because remember, he can be on his knees at halfway and throw the football. You know, throw the football on his knees at the 40-yard line and throw it way deep. And you know, Al we trust.
Oh, speaking of Al, yeah. Hey, before you log off, AP.
Oh, that's your turn. I already talked to you. I already talked to you.
Break this down, and the reason. Let me make you so you guys understand. AP cannot be interviewed with the Raiders until January 22nd. Because so with all the interviews that are going on, they're doing due diligence right now. I believe AP and Champ. I believe they're going to announce Champ Kelly is going to be the GM sometime tomorrow or next week. And then after we go through the next weekend, AP is going to have his interviews because they're all virtual. He can't sit down with the Raiders until January 22nd. And I believe after that, AP will be hired.
Yeah,
But
because
as
it's after the divisional rounds, right? Like after the divisional rounds, all
correct,
the
correct.
Yes.
coordinators and
Yeah.
everybody can be interviewed and stuff like that. Yeah.
Because as reported by Adam Schefter, and Adam Schefter is a very respected insider, Adam Schefter said that the leader in the clubhouse is Pierce and Champ to remain as one here in Henderson, Nevada, at the Raiders practice facility. Obviously, we know the
And
locker
so
room hasn't made it be known, and
they're
obviously,
doing
Max.
by
Go
interviewing
ahead.
Leslie Frazier. I believe it's tomorrow or Tuesday. They're going to be interviewing Leslie Frazier. So that fits our Rooney Rule on top of interviewing a woman for our GM position. So they have did what they're supposed to do, and then AP will get his interview. But I believe from the start it's going to be AP. I don't think the players understand what's going on. Hence, you seeing Max Crosby and everybody else coming out saying what they're saying. I don't think they know what's going on. But AP will be the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. I have no
Oh
doubt
no, they
about
know
that.
what's going on. That's why Max Crosby said what he said. He just wants to reassure to let Mark Davis know, like, look, player, don't fuck this up.
Again.
100%.
You know,
Don't
You
make
don't
the
let him
same
know.
mistake you made before.
Yeah, don't go 0 for 2 because you messed up once not retaining Versace.
Right.
So don't do that again. I don't think you will.
And I ended with this. Just listen to what your fan base told you after that Bronco game when AP was walking the field. Your fans showed you what you want.
right. I agree.
We wasn't coming to the games. The fans wasn't coming to the games until you fired McDumbass.
Right.
AP turned the whole culture around, not just in that locker room. He got the fans to start coming out. You don't hire him, you're going back to the dark ages. Fans ain't gonna show up. They're not gonna come to the games.
Because
Even
he's a Coach Carter coach.
As
He's
you
a
were saying.
Coach Carter coach. Max Crosby said it. He proved my point. He said, you fuck this up, I'm out. Devontae right behind him. Devontae
What?
Adams Jr. is right behind him. I'm going with you. I'm about to go to AA run so I can get my discounted double check.
100%. But I believe once you hear Champ Kelly as the GM, Antonio Pierce will be right behind it. I don't think Mark is going to do this again. He can't. I mean, it's his team. He can do whatever he wants. I will be shocked as hell. And guess what? I will still be a Raider fan. I'll be a pissed off Raider fan. But if I got to go through another rebuild, I've been rebuilding since how long?
We've been whooped y'all ass.
Exactly. We've been rebuilding since that Super Bowl. So I just want something consistent. And I agree with Max. We have what you need in this locker room right now. He's proven it. Why are we going backwards? This ain't no rebuild. This team does not need a rebuild. Get a fucking offensive coordinator, draft a quarterback, keep Patrick Graham. Damn it, I guarantee you we'll get the Chiefs a run for their fucking money. I promise you.
We'll take AP.
I do get shit. The
Y'all
Titans.
want Todd Bowles? Y'all can have Todd Bowles.
Nope, we don't want that. That's y'all headache. We don't want that headache. We saw that.
He'll get together, kinda.
Hey Raiders, y'all want Bill? You want the ultimate New England?
See, you know what? I hate these obnoxious fucking questions. No, we did that shit with fucking McDaniels. Why would we do that again? No,
because you got the ultimate. You got the mastermind of the New England system. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trolling you. I'm trolling
right now, and that's gonna get you kicked off the fucking show. 100%.
I'm trolling. I already know I'm trolling.
I will be Tony Reali and mute your ass right now. This can turn around the horn real fucking quick.
He's gonna be over here. What's going on?
Exactly. Mention some Bill Belichick shit like that one more time. Fuck the Patriot way. And fuck the Brady way. No. He can go fuck up Dallas.
I better stop. I already got Raymond's wife mad at me. Let me stop.
So no, there will be no Bill Belichick. Look here. Look here. I know I'll say I will never
On
leave
that
the
note,
ship. I will never leave the ship. But goddamn it, if Bill Belichick come in that damn office, I consider be like, you know what? I don't know what the fuck Mark Davis is doing until he's out. I cannot represent this fucking team. That will be the.
Now I want that. Now I want that just to see that happen. I want to see how loyal Raider fans will be. Now I want that.
We didn't live the fucking Patriot way. Fuck the Patriot way. Don't get you nothing but L's.
What you gonna say, though?
Not in New England. It got them Super Bowls. It included a new rule called the tuck rule.
Yeah.
And there it is. Steve has been muted. Tony Reality has been muted. He has been muted.
And on that note, we appreciate everybody for chiming in on the comments. And of course, special thanks to our friends Brian, Steve, Country K, and Emma for coming in and giving their thoughts about their beloved Buccaneers.
Go Bucks, baby. Go Bucks, baby.
Eagles and Steelers, and the Buccaneers, and the Eagles. As always, thank you to our subscribers on our YouTube page. Also, thank you to our fans on our Instagram page. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. For Mizzle, I'm Dub. And as always, it is 5 o'clock some damn where, and you've been watching episode 153 of the Mizzle and Dub Show. Take care of yourself and each other. God bless y'all. Y'all be safe.
And I'm